How are you doing? This is Martin from Gardens for Life. I'd like to make this video to let you know that we are going to sell a few of our plants that we have grown this year in our new nursery, and we were originally only planning to use these for our own gardens and to donate these to projects, which we have done an awful lot of, but we'd also like to use what surplus we have to generate a bit of an income in order to expand the nursery next year and hopefully build our 12-month warm greenhouse, the Wallapini, the year after that. We would like to offer you very good value plants and at the same time a way of supporting us as well and Gardens for Life and all of the content that we have brought out over the last 2 years now. And we also will be selling tubers during the winter time. I'll show you the plants one by one in this video and which ones are available. There's a link in the comments on Facebook or on the video description on YouTube, and of course on our website in the actual shop. We'd like to give you extremely good value, so we're going to show you exactly what we will be posting out to. You guys have a choice of about 20 different plants and you can pick 10, plus we'll give you 2 extra for free, and the plants are €4 each, so it's actually €40, and we'll give you €10 off for the remainder of the summer. So here are some of our plants. We'll give you guys a quick run through them, and there's some more over here as well. So these are rosemary. You get all these plants are all in a 1 litre pot, and the pots are included in your order. Now take a look at the roots on this. It's doing very well, and that's going to take off real quick when you plant it out or repot it. Very healthy, vigorous plants. So that's rosemary. This is Glaskin Perpetual rhubarb. And we have Moroccan mint and pineapple mint. This is iced tea. It's a cross between lemon balm and mint. And this is licorice tree. It's known for its sweet roots. You can see it here. And you can even take a nibble at it if you cut it back just a little bit in the first year or two. And here's pink hollyhock. Here is peach hollyhock. This is spearmint, and this is the famous marshmallow plant, which is soft leaves and it's mucilage and it's medicinal. You can make a tea from it, and if you suffer from a dry throat in the winter especially, and you can even dry the leaves and keep them all winter then as well. And you can make marshmallows from the actual roots as well. There'll be some recipes on the internet. These are white echinaceas, and these are wood mallow and Egyptian mint. Wonderful flavour, smell of that. This is oriental poppy, and it's perennial. It grows into a giant plant with lots of red and black flowers. These are perennial kale. It is the walk and stick variety from Portugal, also known as Portuguese kale. This is clot of gold yarrow. It's a golden variety with golden flowers. And this is regular echinacea, the purple variety. And see that they're quite large plants. And we're going to be planting out an awful lot of these plants ourselves in our own gardens, because we're expanding our garden all the time. So we won't need to be purchasing any of these, at least not these particular plants. And here's some red yarrow, and you can see the flowers just starting here. Here's one of them. You can see it's sort of more pink in colour, but I assure you the variety is red anyway. Here's some red Russian kale, And even these will grow for the rest of the year now until the temperatures hit below 10 degrees Celsius, and it'll keep going. Here's some goji berries that we're not selling at the moment, so we don't have enough of them. And this is a black hollyhock, wonderful flower. I'll show you one of those. Here is great mullein. You can see how fluffy the leaves are. It's actually also known as cowboy's toilet paper, and it's a biennial. It will grow, for the first year it'll grow leaves, and the second year it'll grow into a big flowering stalk. I'll show you video of it here. And here's a few different colors of willows, which we're not ready to offer at the moment. And over here, some more rhubarb. Here's some of the zebra mallow. Most wonderful, vigorous flowers, and it's perennial as well. And definitely well worth a shot. We've grown a few dozen of these for ourselves this summer, and we can't wait to see them coming back next year. They're going to come back even stronger. These are some of the other plants that have been repotted. Hydrangeas and butterfly bush, but they're all in larger pots. We're not posting those. And here's some oca. We're not posting those either, not yet anyway. But we have some in the greenhouse that we are going to offer to you. This is a feverfew, and here's an example of one. Medicinal plant as well, preventative for headache if you chew on the leaves. And it's also medicinal for other purposes. You can look it up. Nefolia is the red hot poker plant, and these have been grown from seed this year, and they're doing very well. And we have parsley, that's French parsley, and we have more mullein. Here's more pink hollyhock. Here's some fennel plants and some oregano plants. Oregano is perennial. I mean, most of the plants we have here are perennial, and they also flower as well. So you can see they're very beneficial for the insects and for yourself as well. Give you a very healthy diet. And here in our greenhouse we have a few more plants. Here is oca. This is strawberries and cream. It's a purple oca. We only have a very limited number of oca left in pots at this time of the year, but still worth planting them out. We've seen good results. If you don't want to wait until the winter time, until they become available as tubers. So here's another one. That is a red one, red oca. And we have cinnamon vine, which is a Chinese potato. It's also known as Chinese yam. It is actually perennial. So we have a few of those available here. Here's some dahlias, but we're going to hang on to those. And we're going to try and grow these into bulbs for next year. And we're going to grow some more from seed as well. And here's some more seedlings that our volunteers at the last workshop planted up. We have some white oca here. These are quite large plants. They may even be a little bit tall for the boxes. Here's one of the boxes. I'll show you that in a minute. So here's white oca. We have a few of those left. Here's some lemongrass. You can see they're all very vigorous plants, and if you keep, for example, lemongrass out of the frost in the winter, you can keep it as a perennial. So if you have a windowsill somewhere in the house, you can keep it for years to come. You don't really need to repot it, but I would put it into a 2-litre pot before the winter. Here's some everlasting peas. These are in a square pot. They're also quite vigorous, and there's about 4 or 5 plants in each pot. So here are some of the plants that we have on offer. There's about 22 different plants on offer at the moment. So for example, you could choose one of these hollyhocks, and Moroccan mint, and this is a white echinacea, and we'll take a great mullein. Now we don't actually offer these yet, curly willow, because we don't have very many of them and we want to keep them for ourselves for the moment. Let's say this pineapple mint, a rhubarb. This is Glaskin perpetual. That's the one you can harvest any time of the growing season. This is rosemary plant. So we'll take, we'll take one or two of these oca. We'll take a couple of these oca plants just as an example. So there's 9 plants. You get 12 plants in a box. So here's a fennel plant. That's a nice one. A lot of these plants are quite large, and we're going to do our best to try and give you the best plants we have and the biggest. We have a licorice tree here. We have 3 different colours of hollyhock, and we have pink and peach and black. So that's what you'll receive in the post, a box with 12 plants in it, and we're going to wrap each pot individually with cling film to keep the soil down. And so you get, basically you're buying 10 plants for €4 each, and we'll give you €10 off until the end of August. So it's €30 for 10 plants, which is €3 per plant, and we'll give you 2 plants for free. So you get 12 plants for €30, and the postage is €8.50 with Nightline directly to your door with tracking inside of Ireland and Northern Ireland, and for the UK it is €16. That's what they charge. We don't charge anything for packing, and we do try to give you as good a value as we can at only €2.50 per plant. You're getting 12 plants for €30, while the postage then brings it back up to €3 per plant, which is pretty good value. Thanks for watching, and thanks to those who are supporting us by buying some of our plants. All the best. Bye bye.